Hello, my name is Joy Paleo and I'm the Education Programming Manager here at Balanced Body. And today, in this podcast, we're going to be talking about Footbars and Springbars. Now you're probably thinking to yourself at this point in your how to choose a reformer journey, what? I don't just get a footbar? And of course you get a footbar. Balanced Body's been in business for over 40 years, and in that time, we've listened to our clients and have made some modifications and some adjustments. So we want to introduce you to all of the options that you have available to you. No matter which footbar you choose, all our footbars are padded with a non-skid surface and are engineered for safety and ease of use to meet all movement and teaching styles. We're going to start looking at our classic footbar and our Springbars on our wood reformers. We'll look at the whole wood line and the different options you have there, and we'll end with our aluminum reformers and your footbar options. So let's explore our classic, traditional non-locking footbar. These footbars are available on 3 different reformers: our studio reformer, our center line, and not represented here, it's also available on our Fletcher reformers. Now the studio footbar has 3 positions. This is currently in the highest position. It has a medium position. If you see here, there has a medium adjustment, which will lower the footbar, and then it can place completely out of the way. Here on the center line, it has 2 positions, high, and then all the way down and out of the way. As you can see, these footbars are non-locking, which means that they're easy to use when making quick transitions. These footbars are also often paired with our no-roll spring bar. Now it's called no roll because you will notice it does not roll when it's inside of its gears. Depending on your reformer, you may have 2 or 3 gears. This no roll bar can be moved back, and I can now pre-tension the spring, adding just a little more resistance to the work. Between our no roll spring bar and our non-locking foot bar, these configurations are best for workouts that require quick transitions. Here we have 2 reformer footbar options for you. This first one is our Revo footbar, and this one here is our Infinity footbar. One of the most important innovations for the Revo footbar were these little slide locks. When you slide them into place, your footbar is secure and safe. This was actually a huge advancement. You will also notice that we have 3 positions. So we can move the footbar, changing the verticality of the footbar from low to medium to high. The Infinity footbar is one of the most adaptable footbars on the market today. You'll notice it's extra wide, 36 inches, and it has 5 vertical positions, which are easy to change just by pressing in and lowering down, or pressing and lifting. Also very securely locked in place. Another thing that makes this Infinity footbar very unique is that it can adjust horizontally over the entire length of the reformer's frame. This extraordinary adjustability accommodates people of all heights and abilities, including children. It also provides innovative exercise possibilities when the footbar is positioned in various non-traditional locations along the frame. For example, over the carriage or behind the carriage. It also locks securely. Originally, this Infinity bar was designed for pediatric physical therapy. It is widely used in both clinical and general studio settings. The footbar also allows 1-step horizontal adjustments with no change in footbar height, which is a Balanced Body exclusive. This means that the footbar can stay in its vertical position regardless of where it is on the frame. Now this footbar and our Revo footbar in both instances are paired with our Revo spring bar. Our Revo spring bar is different than our no-roll in that it is an integrated system where you can change the springs very easily with your client even on the reformer. And in doing so, you keep the springs in the same neutral orientation to the spring bar. What you're doing is you're changing the fit for your client. You will notice I've moved farther away from my footbar, but I've kept the springs the same. We have added these pre-tensioning buttons. If you feel you need just slightly more resistance, you can add some by just putting your spring in the pre-tension position. This spring bar has 5 positions, giving you up to 12 inches of adjustability moving either toward or away from the foot bar. The Revo adjustment system of the Revo foot bar along with the spring bar is a great combination for a locking foot bar for safety, allowing for adjustability for a wide range of users. One of the best reasons to choose the Infinity foot bar is the ability to position the Infinity foot bar in any position along the frame, which accommodates any size user, including children, while also giving you more exercise possibilities than any other foot bar available. So let's take a look at the foot bars for our aluminum reformers. Here we have the Allegro foot bar, and here we have the Easy Set foot bar for our Allegro 2 reformer. You will notice with the metal reformers, you have less options. That's because each of these foot bars was specifically designed for the reformer. Also remember that what's key and most important to balanced body is safety, comfort, and adjustability. Again, all of the foot bars have a non-skid surface and are padded. For adjustability, this Allegro foot bar has the ability to lower and lock into place. In addition, it has 4 horizontal placements and adjustments. This allows you to keep the foot bar at one height while moving the foot bar either closer to the body or farther away from the body, again allowing for adjustability and fit for your client. So let's take a look at the Easy Set foot bar on the Allegro 2. This foot bar, first thing you should notice, is it is padded all the way around, and it is a slightly thicker diameter, allowing for ease of grip. The other thing is the way you adjust it is slightly different. You need to pull up and then either lower down or pull up and raise the foot bar all the way up to create your position relative to the body. Both of these foot bars have 4 possible positions, and they can move forward and back on the frame. The Allegro 2 has the added benefit of being able to travel all the way up the frame, much the way the Infinity foot bar does. It has 9 slots along the frame to allow for more diversity of exercise choices and non-traditional exercises, where the foot bar is literally on the other side of the carriage. Finally, one of the differences here is how you adjust the springs. This spring platform stays relatively neutral. Your foot bar is creating the adjustments and the change in relative to the body. But you do have a preload position where if you take the spring and hook it onto the preload position, you will see the spring has a little bit of tension prior to even commencing the exercise. So with these foot bars, you don't lose any adjustability. In fact, very often you gain adjustability. And also, because we can move horizontal forward and back on the frame, you don't lose the horizontal of your foot bar in order to gain adjustment for your client. That is a unique feature to balanced body. So there you have it, your foot bars on your Allegro and your Easy Set foot bar for your Allegro 2. So the next foot bar I want to introduce you to is our external studio reformer foot bar. It is called the external foot bar because it is mounted on the outside of your studio reformer's frame, unlike the other reformer foot bars, which are on the inside of the frame. The first thing I want to introduce you to is the hardware that attaches it to the frame. This trunnion and lever situation is something that we've been manufacturing for almost 20 years with our Allegro 1s. So we know that this foot bar is sturdy, and it is reliable, and it is safe. So this foot bar is also very, very versatile in terms of positioning. I could take it all the way up to vertical, and then I have a couple of high positions. Then I have our standard medium position, our low position, and then finally, if I want that foot bar all the way out of the way, I can just let it go all the way outside the frame, which then opens up this inside for you to see how nice and clean this reformer is with the foot bar mounted to the outside. So let's finish up by talking about our IQ reformer for home use. Now this foot bar, like our other foot bars, is patented and padded. This foot bar, like our other foot bars, has adjustability, but the adjustability is a little bit different. You see, we have 1 vertical height and we have 4 horizontal positions. The way you change this or adjust this is by lifting the footbar out and putting it into the slot in front. For additional adjustability, look at this. I can simply turn that footbar around and then lock it into place. All done. In terms of springs, the spring bar is very simple here. It's just a bar underneath, and the springs stay in their neutral loaded position. So that's your springs and your footbar for the IQ. So I hope this answers your questions about balanced body footbars. You know, a lot of the adjustability and the options that are in these footbars come from listening to you. Our clients work in a variety of settings, from clinics to gyms to Pilates studios, and even work out at home. So if you have any additional questions on our footbars and their adjustability, please feel free to contact us. Thank you for watching.